والله يدعو إلى دار السلام ويهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
Okay, let's take this next question. Sister Sabrina from the United Arab Emirates. We've spoken about oaths in the last episode, and you're breaking this down, the concept was on what to do if somebody breaks an oath. She says, unfortunately I've broken many oaths in my time, and you did question her. She said they're oaths for different things, not the same thing. She goes, how do I go about repairing them? All through my life I've made these oaths and I've broken them.
I'd like to broaden my answer to cover why I asked her in the last episode. I said, were they all the same oath or were they different? And what difference does it make? Number one, if there is an oath that, for example, I said, somebody who was a smoker and said, Wallahi, I will quit smoking. Then he did. And he wanted to confirm this oath. So he said 2 days later, Wallahi, I will quit smoking. I swear I will never smoke. So he's swearing over and over the same thing. Then total was 10 times that he made an oath not to smoke, without violating any of them. Then at one time, he made a mistake and he broke his oath and he started smoking. How many kafara does he owe? He owes only one kafara. Why? Because the different oaths were concerning one thing, and before violating this oath, not even once. But if he says, Wallahi, I will not smoke, then he returned back to smoke. Then he said, Wallahi, I will not smoke. Then he returned to smoke 5 times, 10 times, and he did not pay the kafara yet. Then he owes equal number of times of violations, kafara. Okay, there is another thing, which is, as the sister said, different oaths. Wallahi, I will not do that. I swear I will not visit so and so. I swear I will stop doing this. I swear, to do or not to do in the future. That's what we call it, al-yaminul mun'aqida. You intend and you confirm your intention by an oath, whether to do or not to do. Then you fail to meet the requirement of this oath, and you violated it. Then years passed. You don't remember how many times you made an oath. You have to make a special effort to estimate approximately. Then if you came to find out maybe 20 times, make them a little extra. Consider them 25. Consider them 30. Why? Because this kafara is not dropped simply because you don't remember. It is something that you owe to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to be relieved from the burden of making an oath and not being committed to fulfill it. So if you're not sure, you have to estimate how many times approximately and give extra. And the kafara, as we discussed in the last time, في Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا يؤاخذكم الله باللغو في أيمانكم. Allah does not blame you if you were making an oath without intention. And we discussed that in details before. Rather, He only holds you accountable. وَلَكِنْ يُؤَاخِذُكُمْ بِمَا عَقَّدْتُمُ الْأَيْمَانِ. An oath in the future whether to do or not to do, and you are confirming your statement with Wallahi or any of His names and attributes, then you fail to do it. Then وَلَكِنْ يُؤَاخِذُكُمْ بِمَا عَقَّدْتُمُ الْأَيْمَانَ فَكَفَّارَتُهُ. The kafara for such oath which has been broken or violated, إِطْعَامُ عَشْرَةِ مَسَاكِينَ مِنْ أَوْسَطِ مَا تُطْعِمُونَ أَهْلِيكُمْ أَوْ كِسْوَةُ أَوْ تَحْرِيرُ رَقَبَةٍ. إِطْعَامُ, kiswa, or tahrir. Feeding, clothing, or 10 masakin, 10 poor people, or freeing a slave neck. You have the choice to choose either one of the three. What if he can't? If he cannot afford it financially, then we go to the other alternative. فَمَنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ. It's only if he cannot afford it. فَمَنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ. Whoever cannot find, فَصِيَامُ ثَلَاثَةِ أَيَّامٍ. So then you should fast for 3 days. So if you violated an oath or 10 oaths 10 times, for instance, then you owe feeding 100 persons or clothing them. If you cannot afford it, then fasting 3 days for each oath times 10, for instance, that's 30 days. And you don't have to do them consecutively. It could be scattered, it could be Mondays and Thursdays until you come to complete them, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh.